Hey everyone, happy Thursday. Today I'm cooking from Kanto's Foods Kitchen here in Paterson, New Jersey. This is a beautiful kitchen. I can't wait to share one of my recipes and also show you guys how I use their naan bread with my Indian food. Kanto's Foods, for people who don't know, is a family-owned business. They've been in business for 35 years. They make a lot of artisanal breads. It's a giant basket of all of their breads, and we do have a special person coming in here who will talk a little bit later about more of their breads and what they do and more about their business. But as always, let's get started. I would love to know where you guys are joining from. I hope everyone is safe and healthy. And once again, this is Archana. I'm not in my usual setup. I'm not at my home, but I'm joining in this on the road series with Kanto's Foods, and I'm in their kitchen here in Paterson, New Jersey. I am going to make one of my favorite dishes. It's the Paneer Makhani, and we're gonna serve it as pizza once the Makhani is ready. So let's get started. If you guys have any questions, drop them here. I have my laptop and I'm also closer to the camera today, so I can answer all of your questions as we get along. So here is all of the setup. I'm gonna start by putting in my Instant Pot. I'm using my Mundhe to saute mode and going to start by heating the ghee. This is a super easy recipe, perfect for weeknights, perfect when you are entertaining. And it's the same sauce I use in my butter chicken, so if you eat chicken, you guys can definitely try the butter chicken recipe too. All right, so I started with ghee, and you guys know I make it at home. If you guys are not making it yet, definitely give it a try. Super easy recipe. I use the Irish Kerrygold butter, unsalted one. Takes literally 10 minutes. You guys are gonna love it. So started with ghee, but obviously if you cannot have ghee, lactose intolerant, you can just use any oil that you like. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and add one large yellow onion that I have finely diced. You wanna make sure, most of the times in Indian cooking, you wanna dice your ingredients really small, so when they're cooked, you don't have big pieces of onion or ginger hanging out, and the curry is nice and smooth. All right, next, I'm gonna go ahead and add my ginger paste, my garlic paste, and give this a quick stir. Again, this is one of those recipes where you want the Instant Pot to do the work for you, so we're not gonna spend too much time sauteing. I hope you guys can hear me okay. Give me a thumbs up. Let me know, you guys. I know you can see, but let me know that you guys can also hear me okay. And just gonna check. All right, I already see Rajni is saying that, so nice to see you. So nice to see you too, Rajni. Guys, I wanna know where everyone is joining from. I know people, the last time I was live, were joining from all over the world, and it just makes me so happy to see people from all parts of the world joining. If you guys have any questions about this recipe, about the bread, about what I'm doing here, just shoot it here and I'll answer them. And all right, here we go. Love that kitchen. Where is that? Isn't it so beautiful? This is Kanto's Foods Kitchen here in Paterson, New Jersey. All right, so let's get started with the food. Once the Instant Pot is closed, I'll get to all of your answers. So started with ghee, onions, ginger, and garlic. Going to go ahead and add the red chili powder, the turmeric, and some salt. Going to give this a quick stir, and then I have a cup of pureed tomatoes, so I'm going to go ahead and add that, and then adding half a cup of water to this. Going to give this a quick stir, and this is it. We're gonna let the Instant Pot do its magic. So I'm gonna go ahead, close the Instant Pot. I'm going to pressure cook this for 5 minutes. Since my onions were super small, I'm gonna do it 5 minutes. I usually call 8 minutes on the blog, That way, even if your onions are big, they'll get cooked to like nice, smooth, creamy consistency. So the Instant Pot will take about 4 or 5 minutes to come to pressure, and then 5 minutes of pressure cooking. Then we're gonna quick release and go ahead and add the remaining ingredients. So talking about the remaining ingredients, here is what we have left. Paneer, for people who don't know, this is the Indian cheese. It doesn't have any flavors, no salt, super easy to find. Earlier there was only sold in Indian grocery stores, but now it's available in Costco. My Whole Foods sells it. So cubed paneer, I'm going to add this in the end. You don't want to add it when you're pressure cooking because it does get a little bit chewy. So you want to add it in the end, and don't worry, it will soak up all of the awesome flavors. So just leaving it in the end. A lot of people will deep fry or pan fry this. I've tried both ways. There is no difference in flavor, so I like to save the calories and not deep fry or pan fry it. I'm just going to add the paneer raw, and then I have some garnishing ingredients. So I like to add garam masala in the end because my homemade garam masala is already roasted. It has all the flavors, and adding it on the top in the end just adds like a more freshness to the dish, makes it more aromatic. So I'm gonna add garam masala in the end. I have some tomato paste, optional, but just brings out that beautiful orange hue to the dish. Some fenugreek leaves. These are dried fenugreek leaves. It's not same as fenugreek seeds. So if you don't have fenugreek leaves, leave it out. Please do not put fenugreek seeds. A little bit of sugar to balance out all the spices, and then to add the creaminess, I'm adding heavy cream. You can add cashew cream, coconut cream, anything you like. Just adds like a nice hint of creaminess to the curry. All right, I am going to just refresh my feed on my laptop, see if I missed any questions. And all right, so people are loving the kitchen. Thank you so much. And while we are waiting for the Instant Pot to come to pressure, I'm gonna invite my friend Warren Stoll, who is the marketing director here at Kontos Foods. He'll probably be able to tell us more about the flatbreads and the naan and all of the dozens and dozens of products that they make right here. All right, welcome Warren, and thank you so much for having me in your kitchen. So what, you might want to like stand back. So all right, yeah, Warren is tall, so this is for my height.
That's okay.
So take it away. So actually, hold on one second before Warren starts. Warren and I met 3 years ago when I used to do cooking classes, and he came over to my house to learn some Indian cooking with 4 of his other friends and their wives, and we've been friends since then. It's a special relationship. We support each other, and I'm just excited to be here, and we're gonna learn a little bit more about everything Kontos from Warren.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, as Archana mentioned, I met her a few years back because she had donated a cooking class to a charity event, which I attended. Mm-hmm. One of my close friends bid and won that class, and I attended the cooking class at her home with my friends. And she happened to serve one of our competitors' breads, and that sort of stirred the conversation. And we had to make sure that from that day forward she would use Kontos breads, and of course we did, and we forged a good friendship. So we're pleased to have you here.
Thank you.
Cooking in our kitchen today on this On the Road series, specifically looking at all the various Indian breads, of which we have many. We have a Tandoori naan, we have a masala naan, we have misi roti, we have a rogani naan, a kulcha naan. We have some artisan breads that we call our Rustics collection that Archana is actually using today, and you'll see what she's doing with that later. And pretty much that's what we're doing today in this series.
Yeah, guys, and if you guys have been to Indian stores, you already have seen all of these pretty looking packages. So this is the onion naan. Here is the masala naan. And here is their newest one, which is the tandoori naan. It's beautifully packaged. It comes in garlic and plain flavors, and these are the naans that I'm gonna use today to make the pizza. They're delicious. And I want to talk about one of my favorite products and a story about it. So Kontos Foods also makes these Greek style flatbreads. They are low carb and high protein. Warren had dropped off some of these a few years ago, and
Yes.
I've been like hooked on to those. They are so filling. Again, not a tandoori naan, but flatbread. And when I told Warren how much I love them, he had a special batch made for me. Thank you so much. So he made the same low carb, high protein Greek flatbread into like this tier, a traditional tandoori naan style bread. And I absolutely love these for breakfast. I'll put in my egg and cheese and make like a little breakfast sandwich. It's just super filling. Once I have one of these in the morning, I'm not hungry until like 2 o'clock. So I know I'm here to talk more about the tandoori naan, but these are awesome. If you see these in the stores, and they're sold everywhere, right, Warren?
They are. I mean, I can't guarantee every store across the country, but they are widely sold.
Yeah,
in
they're
retail
widely
chains.
sold in like Greek stores. All the Indian products are available in the Indian grocery stores, and they also make the phyllo dough, the
Phyllo dough, spanakopita, taropita, those are the appetizers made with phyllo dough, as well as the desserts, baklava.
baklava. Yeah, so they make all of those Greek product lines. It's amazing. The quality is incredible. And one of the things I asked Warren is, where can people buy these individually? Like if that's fresh and coming right from here. And do you want to talk about that?
Well, we're very close. In fact, probably within the next week, we will be launching an online store. We'll be selling a select group, not the entire line of over 60 breads, but a select group of products that can be purchased online and mailed to your home. And like I said, that's in about 1 week's time.
All right, so there are questions, Warren. Sorry, I'm like putting my back on you, but
That's okay.
people are asking if these are available all over the states. So
Yeah, well, and that is a good question. Like I was mentioning before, we have very good retail strength here in the Northeast. So stores such as Stop and Shop, ShopRite, King's, those do carry most of our breads, and you will see them in the bread aisle. Across, as you go from here to California, it depends upon the market. So, say in the Chicago area, we do have some stores like Jewel. They do carry our products. Kroger will carry some of our products. And as you get even into California, Super Value, some other chains out there, in Texas, HEB. But it would be the kind of thing where I can't guarantee and tell somebody now you will find everything in every store. Even in a chain, not every particular store takes on everything that the chain brings in. It really depends upon their movement. They get to make that decision.
yeah, and a few of you asked about the online thing. So Warren just said, that's my question. When are these products going to be available online? Because we all want to be able to order them, and it's coming soon. So their website is Kontos.com. So just keep looking. Hopefully it will come up in a week or two. Hopefully soon, and then we should be able to order all of these products. So yes, definitely give a try to all of their Indian products are amazing. My younger son absolutely loves their onion naan.
You're going to be taking some of that home with you today.
So he loves he loves their onion naan. I personally love the Greek style flatbread. My older son loves the masala naan. We have fans for everything. My husband loves these traditional tandoori naan. Just so many products. And one of the other things, sorry, that I wanted, this is what I do often when Warren drops off a ton of product at my home. Usually whenever they have a fresh batch of the tandoori naan, he will come drop off, because we live like a town away from each other, right?
Correct. And you're on my way home.
And I'm on his way home, so he'll like make a stop and drop off a bunch of products. And other than giving away to my neighbors, when I have extra, I make chips out of these. So these chips were made from his onion naan that they dropped off last time. Come out so good. These are made in the air fryer. In the meantime, our sauce for the Paneer Makhani is ready. I'm gonna let it auto release. All right, and guys, if there are any questions, just keep them coming. If I miss you guys now, when I go home, I will log in and answer all of them, or I'll actually just stay here after the live, and with Warren's help, we'll answer all of the questions. So just drop any questions you guys have here. So here is one of my favorite ways to enjoy the naan bread. Just cut them into smaller pieces, and then these are cooked in the air fryer. So good. They have so much flavor. I don't even put oil or salt or anything because everything is in them. So these are just air fried, and then I love them to serve as a dip. Here is some eggplant bertha, which is spicy mashed eggplant. So good. I'm like, my mouth is drooling as I'm like smelling all these things. But here is another fun way to use their naans. And I hope you guys will give it a try. The bangan bharta recipes on the blog, and the chips are super easy. Air fry them at 300 degrees for 8 to 10 minutes. You can flip them halfway through, and that's it. No oil, salt, none of that is necessary, and they're just super flavorful. My boys love it, and it's something you can make ahead if you have people coming over, and then just serve with any of your favorite dips, and it's just always a sure shot hit. So just wanted to share like one fun way to enjoy the naan, other than always just eating it, you know, as a side to dip with your curries and stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and release the remaining pressure because the sauce is ready. And okay, so we have a question on the air frying, if I use the one with instant pot or separate air fryer. So I know a while back I did recommend the meal thick crisp lid, which goes on top of the instant pot. Since then I've graduated to an individual standalone air fryer that I finally love. This is my 4th air fryer. I just wasn't happy with the ones that I was trying out. I bought Kasori last December, and I absolutely love it. I've been sharing so many recipes in the air fryer, and that's how I made the chips yesterday. So obviously if you have the crisp lid that goes on the instant pot, you can use that, Susila. You just have to bake it on low and slow for 8 to 10 minutes so you don't burn the bread too early on, and you don't leave any moisture. So the point is to just take out all the moisture so they become nice and crispy. And yeah, 300 degrees, 8 to 10 minutes is what works for me. Obviously every air fryer is different, so you might want to play around with the timing. The temperature should work. The timing with the lid might be a little bit less, only because the lid is so close to the food. So maybe try for 6 minutes and it should work. All right, so let's see. I'm just gonna reload, see if we have any more questions. The other problem is with Facebook, it only shows me 4 comments at a time. So if you guys have put in anything that I'm not able to see right now, I will take a look at it later. But let's go ahead and assemble, finish the dish first and then assemble the pizza. So here we go. Here is the sauce. It is super quick and easy to make, and I'm gonna take it out and show you guys how beautiful it looks. And the color, most of the times when I cook my dishes, people ask how come it looks so vibrant and red, and it's because of the Kashmiri red chili powder that is super mild but gives a nice orange hue to the curry. So at this point, if you like it super creamy, you can use an immersion blender, but since my onions were pretty small, I'm not going to use the immersion blender. This looks great. Just gonna give it a quick stir, and now let's add the garnish ingredients, which is starting with the garam masala, and then the tomato paste, which will add even bright orange hue to this dish. And then we have a little bit of sugar. I know some of you can't have it. If you can, just ignore it, but if you can, give it a try. It really complements all the savory flavors. Obviously the paneer, this is 2 cups, 1 pound of paneer cut into small bite-sized pieces. So I'm gonna go ahead and add that to the sauce. And next is the fenugreek leaves. These are dried fenugreek leaves, not same as fenugreek seeds. If you don't have fenugreek leaves, skip them. Please do not put fenugreek seeds. So just gonna always rub them on the palm of your hands. It helps release the aromas. And then go ahead and add heavy cream. If you can't have dairy, instead of paneer, you can use tofu. I would just recommend baking the tofu so it firms up a little bit. Do have a recipe on how to bake tofu on the blog. So just go to ministryofcurry.com, search up baked tofu, it will come up, and you can add baked tofu to it. And instead of the heavy cream, as a dairy-free option, you can make homemade cashew cream. Again, the recipe is on the blog, or coconut cream. All of those work. So I'm gonna go ahead and add the cream and give this a quick stir. And this looks so good. Just gonna cook this on saute mode until the curry comes to just a gentle boil, and then we're done. I can't wait to show you guys how good this looks. All right, let me show you guys. And it smells amazing here, right, Warren?
Oh, it smells
Warren is
fantastic.
sitting right across from me. So here it is. It looks so beautiful, nice and creamy. And you can just bring this to a gentle boil. But we don't have to actually wait for that to happen because we are going to make pizza out of this. So I'm gonna take out some, and we are going to mix a lot of paneer makhani. Here it is. So good. You can make this ahead. Stays good in the refrigerator for like a good week. You can freeze it if you like, but I like to just make a big batch of this, and so I can use it in different recipes. I can just serve it with, if you're gluten free, then just serve it with some rice, and that works. If you're low carb, try cauliflower rice, and if you're like me who eats everything, then just eat it with like a real authentic naan. I love garlic naan. Kanto's food garlic naan is my favorite. So here are the naan. One is garlic, one is plain naan, and we're gonna go ahead and let's move this here. We're gonna go ahead and make the pizza. So super easy. Start with the sauce, and I mean, if the paneer comes, then you can put it in, but I just like to start with the sauce first and then put the paneer pieces on top. All right, here is the sauce. Let's go ahead and spread it all around. And these naans are not heated before. I just literally took them out of the packaging. And these naan are also actually pretty big compared to most naan that are available in the stores. Like, I don't know how to explain, but they're packaged two in a package, and they are pretty big. So I would say like one naan would be 2 servings, or like if you have teenagers like I do, like one naan pizza would be like a good meal for a teenager. With big appetite. So here is the naan. I just spread the makhani sauce on top of it. I'm gonna go ahead and put some mozzarella cheese for that ooey gooiness, which is not gonna happen with the paneer, as you guys know. It just stays firm, which is also its beauty. And then we are gonna top this up with the paneer chunks. So this time I'm gonna not take the sauce, but just take the paneer and then just spread it. You can add as much or as little as you like. And if you guys noticed, I haven't added my favorite garnish yet, which is the cilantro. I'm gonna leave it for the end and add it once the pizzas are out of the oven, so it stays nice and vibrant green. All right, this looks great. All right, guys, if you like it to be spicy, you can add more red chili flakes when you're serving. So let's put this in the oven We're gonna bake it at 400 for 5 minutes, just until the edges are crisp. And that's basically it. So let's put this in. All right, the pizza's in. Let's see, what time is it? 12:25. We're gonna take it out in 5 minutes. If you guys have any questions, shoot them now. All right, and I'm gonna answer them. So what is your favorite brand of Kashmiri red chili powder? So I had been using Swad brand for the longest time because I was able to go to my local Patel Brothers and that's what they had. I understand some of the Kashmiri chili powder, although they're supposed to be mild, are super spicy. So what I've found recently is there is this one brand called Rani brand. It's available on Amazon, and since last year I just started ordering it online. And it's vibrant. It's that's the brand I also recommend in my essential Indian spices guide. So I would say that's my favorite, next to like the Swad and Deep brands, which are also good, but I've just found that it's not that readily available online. Rani brand is a small, I believe they're in Dallas. It's a small family-owned business, really good quality products. They come in like cute little jars. I actually buy the big 1 pound container, and really love Rani brand Kashmiri red chili powder. If you're buying Kashmiri red chili powder, just taste it a little bit. It should be mild. If it's spicy, it's not Kashmiri red chili powder. All right, next. Can you skip heavy cream, coconut cream, or do you think it will not be as creamy? Carrie, you can absolutely skip the cream. Growing up, when my mom cooked, she never really added any cream. Adding cream to a dish is more of a North Indian cooking style. Where I grew up, we didn't really use a lot of cream. So this is a North Indian dish, but feel free to like skip the cream and it will be equally delicious, I promise. You may want to like just take down the spices a hint if you're not into spicy food, because the cream does balance out some of the heat from the garam masala and the Kashmiri red chili powder. So just reduce that and you will be totally fine. In fact, most of the Indian cooking that we do at home is done without any cream, so feel free to skip the cream. All right, Warren, did I miss anything that you would like to add?
No, I think you've covered everything. Very thoroughly.
All right. Okay guys, let me know if you guys have any questions. Again, people who might be joining in late, cooking today from Kanto's Kitchen here in Patterson, New Jersey. They are a family owned business, been here for 35 years. They make a variety of flatbreads, artisan breads, naan, Indian style bread, Greek style bread, you name it, and they have a lot of Greek style products. They make for my Indian people who know, the puff pastry dough, the phyllo dough, the sheets for baklava. Is there a name for those sheets?
They are phyllo dough. Yeah.
Oh, they are phyllo dough. Okay, so the phyllo dough sheets for all the baklava lovers. You guys also actually make baklava, don't you?
We make baklava in several different varieties, because as you go throughout the Middle Eastern region, you're going to have different baklava for, say, the Indian, the Syrian, the Turkish, the Cyprus, the Greek consumer.
Yeah, why don't you come here and talk to people? Which I had no idea, guys, that there were so many different kinds of baklava. So, and just to add on, Kontos sells their products all over the world. It's not just the U.S.
That is correct. In fact, we've made a very strong effort to bring our products to the Middle East. I myself have traveled to Dubai for trade shows several years in a row now, and we are pleased to say that we're in many of the supermarkets, and we've recently picked up some even additional distribution throughout. It's not even just Dubai. Dubai is the place where the food show takes place, but the countries that make up the GCC, so you have Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, Qatar, etc., they all do carry our products now, which is a very good thing for us, and that's mostly our breads. But I did want to touch upon, you mentioned phyllo. Phyllo dough is the very, very thin dough that comes for making pastries. The numbering system behind it, if you've ever paid attention or seen it in the stores, phyllo dough will come in number 4, number 5, number 7, or 10. That's basically saying on a per 1,000th of an inch, the thickness of the dough. So you can imagine 4/1,000 is the thinnest sheet. And that's why you get multiple layers for something like a spanakopita, which is spinach pie, or baklava. It's multiple layers with also oil added or butter, depending upon the recipe. And it makes the dough very crispy with keeping the inside nice and intact. So you might use a number 10 for something much more akin to, say, an apple turnover, thicker.
Yeah.
It's not quite puff pastry, but it's thicker, so it gives you more of that kind of consistency. But the thinner ones are typically used for some items like baklava.
Yeah.
And yes, there are different, they all call it baklava and they have their own recipe, but it may vary by country, say for the nuts that are used. It could be walnuts, almonds, pistachio. Different cultures, different countries like to vary those nuts, and also the sweetness.
Yeah. Maybe one day we'll have to demo making how to do like baklava from scratch.
We can invite our own corporate executive
Yeah.
chef in for that one. He's an expert, yes.
Yeah, I would love to like go live on Ministry of Curry and learn how to make baklava.
Yes, let me get out.
Sorry, I'm just gonna take out the pizzas before we burn them. All right, so I baked them for 5 minutes at 400. And
Oh wow, look at that.
look at that. Like you just want to cook until the cheese melts and like the sides are nice and crispy. Guys, look at this. It smells amazing. It looks so good. You can cut it into smaller pieces, add some red chili flakes, and they're just super, super delicious. Again, made the paneer makhani for people who might be just joining in. Made the paneer makhani today, and I am serving them pizza style on the tandoori naan. I used one each of the garlic and the original naan breads from Kontos Foods, and I also made the chips. Well, I didn't make them live, I made them at home, but I just wanted to share this idea, especially now in the summer. You guys can make the chips and they stay good for a long time, makes for a good after school summer snack for the kids, and then serve it with their favorite dip. I've made an eggplant burrata, but you can really like, your regular hummus, baba ganoush, any dip that you like, or even plain simple raita. I would even dip it into the makhani sauce and eat it. It's just so, so delicious. And the pizza looks so good. I'm just gonna cut one, see how nice and crispy it came out. Super hot here, but let's take it out into this. So good. And here is one more, guys. Oh, and let's do our cilantro, make it look all pretty. And this is so good, guys. Hope you guys will give it a try. Look how good it looks. So nice and crispy. Can't wait to dig in. I hope you guys had fun watching me and learning so much about all of the Greek products from Warren. Thank you so much, Warren, for inviting me here and sharing your kitchen with my audience.
Thank you. You're invited back anytime you want to come.
All right, we're coming back to learn the baklava, right?
Yes, we could. We'll put a date on that one.
All right. I guess. All right, one last question. Will this so Nanny, yes, I will save this session on my Facebook page, and eventually it's gonna go on Kanto's Foods YouTube channel, so you guys will watch it again. But I'm gonna save it and share right after this is over, so you can watch it right from the start to end. And then let's see, where can we find Kanto's breads and the dough in US? All major grocery stores. My Stop and Shop has it. ShopRite has it. All the Indian grocery stores have it.
And as we said earlier, in probably 1 week's time, you can go on the Kontos website. There will be a button there that says store, and you will be able to buy a select group of items. Initially, there's probably going to be about 6 or 7. We'll be adding as we go forward.
That's awesome. Looking forward to that, guys. So I hope I answered all the questions. If not, I will look at it offline and answer. Hope you guys have an awesome day. Thank you so much, and stay safe, everyone.
Thank you, Archana.
Bye. Thank you.